to infinity and beyond.
What's up, everybody? Roger and James here from Infinity and Beyond, presented by DisKingdom.com and DisKingdom.com. In this episode, we're going to be sharing our predictions for the upcoming D23 Expo for the Star Wars games. What we expect to see. We know Star Wars Battlefront II is going to be shown off in massive detail. So, James, you're going to be there, so what are you hoping to see from this?
I mean, Battlefront 2 is the obvious one, and we know that's going to be the focus. Honestly, I don't think we're actually going to see anything else, but it's entirely possible they might name drop something or at least give us a title of what to expect in 2019. That might be the Visceral Games one that they've been talking about, because aside from Battlefront 2, that's the one we know most about, by which I mean we know it exists. So,
yeah. They've also got
maybe
Respawn.
something. Sorry, go ahead.
Respawn are working on a game as well. So
that's true, they are.
So obviously, Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm expecting a new trailer, new heroes being released, or sort of being. I think the game will be playable probably at the event as well, so they'll probably be able to try that one out yourself. As far as another game, I can't see them announcing like a Lego game or anything like that. I think EA have kind of got the license. Whether or not what they're going to do with the Old Republic, whether or not they do announce a new expansion, that wouldn't surprise me. Or if they announced that they were bringing it to console, or that could be 5 years in. Will they give it a final sprint out to kind of collect some money? Because now PlayStation and Xbox are sliding into this being a PC. That could be an option. Yeah. I don't necessarily think we're going to see anything new announced there. I think Battlefront is going to be the prime focus.
Battlefront 2 will absolutely be the prime focus, but that's no one's surprised about that. It would surprise me a little bit if the Old Republic made it to consoles, but at the same time, they just brought Marvel Heroes Omega over. So I think that was kind of Disney testing the waters. I could absolutely see them doing it. It's an additional market, and at this point, it's probably not too hard for them to bring it over. But speaking of the Old Republic, one thing that they could announce would be maybe remasters of the Knights of the Old Republic's games 1 and 2. We know 2 got at least a little bit of a remaster when it got released on Steam. Remaster is the wrong word because that implies things that aren't accurate, but they
polished.
they polished it a little bit. They fixed a couple things that have been broken for years and years and years. I could see them either, one, announcing that Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 for the original Xbox are going to be part of the backwards compatibility program, maybe, or they could announce a remaster of 1 and 2. And honestly, either one of those things, although I'd prefer a full remaster, would definitely be like, yeah, I will give you money to play Knights of the Old Republic again.
See, I think if they did do the backwards compatible thing, in some ways, you're going out and finding the discs, okay, good luck. But they're already 10, 15 quid. It's the fact that they will boost digital sales, because most of us would just buy it digitally.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a good option there. Wouldn't surprise me if they did that. But yeah, there is a kind of feeling with Star Wars of that does feel like, having everything just thrown into Star Wars Battlefront. They have these other games as well, but you only got one style of game. We're not getting it wouldn't surprise me if we saw some more classic stuff re-released, a load of stuff thrown on PS Now. But I think it's hard to say. We've got a massive AAA epic Star Wars game coming out in November. They are going to push this just so hard. Whether or not we see General Grievous or some more stuff from the prequel era, probably a new world, that they can play on, some new modes and stuff.
Well, personally, I think it's more likely we'll see stuff from The Last Jedi, because there should be a trailer for The Last Jedi here, not at that panel, but at a different panel at D23, and it would not surprise me if they wanted to kind of build on that and be like, here's the new look for Finn, here's the new look for Rey, kind of like that, depending on what they show in the trailer.
See, I almost view that's like post-launch push. Because
fair enough.
Games coming out like November, The Last Jedi's December, like they did with Jakku, where it's like in the last game where that's like the after, that's like a secondary launch after the game comes out. Oh, look at all this lovely brand new Last Jedi stuff. Whereas the minute it does seem they're very much focused on the prequel era.
That's true. They are definitely focusing on the prequel era, which is kind of nice to see. I'm just thinking they probably are going to want to continue to ride the Last Jedi hype train because it's going to be, massive amount of hype for that movie coming out of D23, just like The Force Awakens was at the previous one.
I mean, they did say at E3 that Finn and Captain Phasma are going to be F3 DLC characters and extra heroes coming out, so you could see them in action. That could be kind of pretty cool. See them as heroes. See, maybe General Grievous. See, I don't know, Count Dooku, Anakin Skywalker, something like that. Obi-Wan. That would be kind of quite cool to see what they do with that. But yeah, I'm going into this one. I'm not really expecting any major surprises.
No, I don't think so. In fact, other than Battlefront, I think the thing we'll see the most of will probably be Star Wars Rivals, the mobile game that's in soft launch in Australia. We talked about it in a previous podcast. But, we keep in touch with the mobble games, whereas most people are going to be like, whoa, what is this? This is crazy.
Yeah. See, I'm already like, oh, yeah, that game. That's been out of God, it's like, yeah, hasn't actually even officially been released yet. So that's probably definitely it wouldn't surprise me if that was launched this week as part. It's available now.
That would probably be, or at the very least, it'll be playable on the D23 floor, which is like, woo, I've already been playing it because I kind of downloaded the APK for it, but I could see it being playable on the floor.
I think that, yeah, it's definitely that kind of thing of, actually just reminding me of one for the Disney one that we'd already recorded of Disney Enchanted Dice kind of thing. But
that's right.
Yeah.
It's
definitely going to be interesting to see what they do with this. But yeah, so we'd love to know what you guys are hoping to see from the Star Wars games at the D23 Expo this year. James is going to be there, so next week we'll find. Obviously, James will be sharing his thoughts on whatever he's done, and we'll be trying to milk that out for a couple of weeks.
Couple months.
Yeah. On that note, guys, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Check us out over at DisKingdom.com. We're also giving away a copy of Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale game. James, where can they find you?
HeroicLegacy.com.
And on that, guys, thank you very much for watching. See you guys soon. Later.